welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking you guys through all the products that I was loving last month, and that was the month of June. I actually can't believe we're in July already because I tried to hold on to summer as much as I can because it's my favourite season ever. But saying that, we hopefully should have at least 2 more months left of good weather. But I'm gonna crack straight into the things that I was loving last month. So the first thing that I'm gonna start off with is a non-beauty favourite, and that is a book. And it's actually a free ebook. So this is the book here. My other half actually wrote this book. So it's all about the law of attraction, and it's called Make Your Dreams Your Reality, How to Manifest Your Every Desire. Now, I have read this book 2 times already, and it is such a concise book about how to help live a positive lifestyle, and also about how the law of attraction works. So if you guys are looking into living a positive lifestyle, or if you guys are just wanting to do a little bit of research to see what it's all about, or if you are genuinely interested in this and want to get your hands on the free book, then I will leave a link to it in the info box below, so please don't forget to check that out. But I have downloaded this book onto my iPad, and you can literally read it on the go. So I like to read this whenever I'm feeling a little bit negative, or if I'm not feeling very happy, or if I'm just feeling a little bit down. I would love to read positive material like this because it just puts everything into perspective, and it really helps me kind of align my thoughts to how they should be, in kind of helping me live a positive, happier life. This book is only 58 pages long. I actually read this in about an hour or 2, and it really does give you such like a boost, and it seriously helps me feel so positive every single time I pick this up and want to read it. And the fact that it's free is also a massive plus point as well. So if you guys would like to check this out and support my other half in this book, then please don't forget to check out the link below and grab yourself a free copy. So now I'm going to move on to my makeup favourites. There isn't that many, so it might be a bit of a short video, but the first thing that I'm going to start off with is a tinted moisturiser, and that is this Nars tinted moisturiser. And for shade reference, I am in the colour Alaska, which is a little bit light for my skin, but I like to use this all year round, and in the summer I just apply more bronzer just to kind of darken it up a little bit and to match my skin tone during the summer. This is actually my second tube, and I finished my first one about a month ago, and I was trying to like squeeze out the last remaining product of it, and then I thought to myself, do you know what? It's okay, try and use up all the other kind of tinted moisturisers and things like that you have up. But then I realised that I had to just go out and get another one, because this actually has to be my favourite tinted moisturiser. Not only does it have SPF 30 in it, which is great, but it does also have really good coverage. I feel like I can wear this as one layer all over my face, and then I like to kind of concentrate in the centre of my face where I just want a little bit more kind of coverage from it. But this is just fabulous. I'm wearing it on my skin right now, and it is kind of like my go-to tinted moisturiser throughout the whole year. But I just love this stuff. It's so light, it's so creamy, and it's so glowy, and I do genuinely love this. And I'm so glad that I went out and got another tube of this, because I definitely was missing it when I had finished it. And I think that's a good way to kind of indicate if you really like something, is when you have to go out and buy it again. But I have just been loving this. And then the next favourite is a foundation. Now, this foundation I've seen all over YouTube, and so many people rave about it. But when I was in Boots about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I was buying a couple of things from Maybelline, and there was a 3 for 2, so I thought, why not pick this up? So this is the Maybelline Fit Me Foundation, and I am using the shade 220. When I tried this on the next day that I got it, I was like, wow, I really do understand what people are talking about when it comes to this foundation. It is very lightweight, and it does give you coverage, which is great. I don't think it has a great shade selection, but that might be a different story online. I know the Boots that I went into had about 3 or 4 shades of this. The one thing that I really like about this foundation is that it feels like a tinted moisturiser, but it gives you the coverage of a good foundation. I would say it's got a medium coverage, and it leaves you with kind of like a satin but glowy finish, which I really like in foundations. I'm not the biggest fan of really matte foundations, but this one I really like. It gives you a really nice kind of glow to the skin, and I'm really glad that I picked this up, and I think it's slowly creeping up there and it's becoming one of my favorite drugstore foundations. Next up is a concealer. This is the, whoa, nearly dropped that there. This is the Bare Minerals Stroke of Light concealer, and I am using this in the shade Luminous 2. Again, I do have this on as my kind of highlighting concealer on my face today, but this is just brilliant. Again, lightweight, gives you coverage, and it does really kind of brighten and lift the areas that you want it to. I don't use this as a concealer for like concealing any kind of blemishes or anything. I use it more of a highlighting concealer. So if you guys watch any of my tutorials, I like putting this underneath my eyes in a triangle shape, which kind of lifts this whole area up. And then I also like to put it on my forehead, down the bridge of my nose, and my chin and Cupid's bow. And sometimes also underneath slightly where my contour is. But I've just been loving this. I think this is the perfect kind of concealer to wear for the summer, because you don't want something too heavy on your skin, but you want it still to conceal at the same time. And I like that the fact that this is a concealer and like an illuminator in one, so it helps brighten and conceal at the same time. For doing kind of like the good old highlighting tricks, it definitely does the job, and it is very good. This is kind of my first thing that I've tried from Bare Minerals, so I am really kind of pleased with it. I do really want to try their kind of Bare Minerals foundation that they have, but I always forget to pick that up. But this I'm definitely loving, and I'm definitely really impressed by. Next up is a eyebrow gel. Now I have had this eyebrow gel kind of lurking around my makeup stash for a while now, but it wasn't until recently that I actually kind of gave it a go. So this is the Body Shop Brow and Lash Gel. It doesn't come in this brownish colour, it's because I've used it so much. But I use this to set my brows in place, and I absolutely love this. I think this is a hidden gem of Body Shop, and I don't really think that I knew how good it was until I actually tried it. So I've got it on my eyebrows today, and my eyebrows do not feel crispy, they do not feel hard, they do not look really like shiny and weird. They just look set in place. But this just works really well, and yeah, like I said, I didn't really know how good it was until I actually gave it a go. And as you can see, it's definitely been loved from the colour of the gel inside. Next up is a contour palette, and that is the Maybelline Master Sculpt. And I got both shades. The lighter one is a little bit warm in shade, but this one, which is the darkest shade, is a really beautiful cool tone brown, which is perfect for a contour, because you want a contour to mimic a shadow on your face. So for example, I do have this on my cheeks today, and it just gives you that really nice contour without it looking too harsh, because this product isn't highly pigmented, which is something that I quite like about a contour, because you don't want to go in with a contour and for it to just look like you've like smeared product all over your face. So this is super buildable, and I have actually built it up quite a bit on my cheeks, and I've also put some around my forehead. Now I have been using this almost every day because it is such a good everyday contour. So for people who are like, oh, contouring, you know, takes so long to do, with this it is so easy. And I'm really glad that it actually comes in a cool tone. And another thing that I really like about this is the highlighter shade. Some palettes get it wrong. They get the highlighters either not pigmented enough or too glittery, whereas this one is really finely milled. It's got a slightest hint of kind of glitter in it, but it's ever so slightly, that you can so get away with wearing this at night and during the day as well. And it also does have a little brush and a mirror in the back. And this is really good because it's quite handy if you're traveling, or if you want to keep it in your handbag, you don't have to bother about packing a brush or anything like that. I didn't actually have that many favourites this month. I was going to just leave it as that because I've been just really loving a fresh kind of base makeup look recently. But then whilst I was looking through my makeup, I realised that there was an eyeliner that I have just been obsessed over recently. So this is the L'Oreal Super Liner Ultra Precision eyeliner in the shade Punky. So this is the Turquoise eyeliner, which is in like their Punky range, and you guys know how much I love the Punky mascara by L'Oreal. So when I first got my hands on this, I was a bit like, I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I really like the colour. Like, it is almost like a mermaidy blue turquoisey colour. I've actually worn this a number of times just as a winged eyeliner by itself, and in the summer months it just looks so beautiful. It looks so summery, and it just looks really nice and colourful. It gives you a pop of colour. If you're not really into wearing really bright lipsticks, then this is like the perfect thing to add. But what I have been doing recently is actually adding this just into the centre of where I would do my eyeliner, and then just blending the two edges out with still having a black or a brown winged eyeliner. It just gives you that pop of colour, and I have been loving doing this. I've actually done it today. So today I'm actually wearing a purple eyeliner, which is the Benefit They're Real. They've come out with some new gel coloured eyeliner. So I've got the purple one on as my wing, but then I put this on into the centres just to give it that pop of colour, and I just have been loving doing that. I've actually done that in my barbecue get ready with me video, which I will leave a link to in the info box below if you guys would like to see this in action. But I have just been loving adding pops of colour here and there in my makeup routine for the summer. And yeah, that is the end of my favourites video. It's not a very long one. I haven't actually been wearing lots of makeup recently, so that is why it's a bit of a shorter favourites video this month, but nonetheless I've been loving all the products just as much. Please let me know what products you guys have been loving in the comments below, because I would love to know if I'm missing out on any gems out there. But other than that, you guys, I will see you all in my next video. Bye!